Hello and thanks for joining us for the Midday News. The Kainantu mine commissioned its 1.2 million tonnes per annum processing plant yesterday. Prime Minister James Marape unveiled a plug to officially commission the plant. The unveiling of the plug by Prime Minister James Marape signified the commissioning of the Stage 3 processing plant for K92 gold mine. The plant will be operated underground with a capacity to process 1.2 million tonnes per annum, with an associated paste plant and other infrastructure to support its expansion plans.
We're celebrating the commissioning of our Stage 3 expansion, the process plant. And as I was sharing with the Prime Minister, it's the first process plant that's been built in the history of this country that it's actually been finished on budget.
K92 Chief Executive Officer John Lewins said that the mine is planning to deliver positive results and transition into a Tier 1 gold mining company.
Of this plant, we're also celebrating the creation of a Tier 1 gold mine here in Papua New Guinea. We are the next Tier 1 gold mine.
The CEO thanked the government, MRA, provincial government, landowners and the community for their support in contributing to the growth of the mine for the past 10 years of its existence.
Thank you. We'd like to say thank you to the government and especially the Prime Minister and the Mining Minister for the support that we've got from them all during this process.
In his keynote speech, Marape said K92 is leading right behind New Porgera and Oktedi in terms of paying tax. Therefore, the government will provide full support for the mine's growth now and into the future.
To each and every one of you, I look forward to coming back one more time. And to the people of Eastern Highlands, thank you for the gift of K92 mine. Thank you, Marape, for supporting your government. Your cabinet will try to give proper respect to you in the context of a mine that is producing. And I look forward into the not too distant future, this mine moving into a Tier 1 resources. Thank you, John, for saying that you can meet 400,000 ounces of gold very soon into the future.
Those who attended the commissioning of the plant included the Mining Minister Rainbow Paita, Kainantu MP William Hagahuno, the Australian High Commissioner Ewan McDonald, representative from MRA, landowners, employees and the community. The mine employs nearly 1,800 employees and contractors and is a significant tax contributor to the country, with some 243.4 million in taxes and royalties paid to the state. With the Stage 3 plant commissioning, they aim to contribute around 378 million kina in taxes to the government. Villages in Gapsonke Ward 17 in Wapar, local level government of Huon Gulf District, will now have access to electricity after the first power supply installation by Voltric Limited. The project was funded by the Huon Gulf District Development Authority at a total cost of 1.2 million kina. The project is part of a broader rural electrification initiative aimed at connecting rural households to safe, stable and sustainable power sources. Each household's connection is valued at approximately 7,000 kina, covering the cost of electrical lines and MSK kits. In news overseas, the unemployment rate has jumped. The number of jobs created is failing to keep pace with Australia's growing population. It's also triggered calls for the Reserve Bank to deliver more rate relief to save the country from recession and scores of job losses.
After a string of high-profile layoffs, competition for jobs in growth sectors is heating up.
We have about 5 roles. That's a mixture of technical roles as well as business development roles.
This cybersecurity startup is hiring and has its pick of candidates.
Generally, right now, it's an employer's market.
He's right. Unemployment jumped to 4.5% last month, the highest rate in almost 4 years. 33,900 people joined the jobless queue, and just 14,900 extra people secured a job, which is not enough to keep up with population growth. More people also decided to look for work, pushing up the participation rate.
What we have, of course, seen is that numbers do jump up and down from month to month.
The Reserve Bank had forecast the unemployment rate would only be 4.3% by the end of the year.
The RBA needs to provide sufficient support to households and businesses to ensure that the unemployment rate doesn't increase and we avoid recession.
Financial markets now think it's more likely than not the Reserve Bank will cut interest rates when it meets next month because of the jump in the jobless rate, providing welcome relief to borrowers, but bittersweet for those who also find themselves out of work.
The RBA would be foolish if they didn't cut rates when they meet in November on Melbourne Cup Day.
Are you ready to do this meeting?
This small business owner says every rate cut helps.
That would really continue to get everybody sort of back in the real swing of business again and sort of get people starting to want to spend money.
Something economists say would also save jobs.
The Northern Territory is becoming one of the most expensive places to live in Australia, according to a new report by the Northern Territory Council of Social Services. It points to the soaring cost of rentals and some of the highest household bills and fuel costs in the country.
After a long, successful career, Kerry Matthews expected to be financially secure in retirement, but that's not the case. After a recent $800 water bill, she stopped watering the garden and is selling personal items to afford her insulin pump.
I was always afraid of dying in my sleep. That's the thing with us type 1s. The pump takes that away. So it's become very important for me to keep that.
Just 2 years after relocating to the NT, the cost of living is forcing her to move on.
I thought our lifestyle would be so much better up here. So it's very disappointing.
A new report shows NT residents facing rising electricity costs and in some places eye-watering petrol prices. Darwin is the third most expensive capital city for transport, even with a temporary freeze on bus fares, and the second most expensive place to rent.
We've seen things like in Palmerston, a one-bedroom unit, the rent increasing by $90 just in a 12-month period.
And it's hitting low-income earners hardest. In remote communities, residents face astronomical prices for food, while the type of people accessing Food Bank in Darwin is changing.
1/3 of all the families that visit Food Bank in SA and NT are mortgage holders. Families that have worked really hard, saved a deposit and still find themselves in need of help. 60% of all Food Bank clients and families have at least one person in employment as well.
With low-income earners now being forced to choose between rent, power, food and other essentials, the NT Cost Report recommends expanding the concession scheme and increasing the remote area allowance. Roxanne Fitzgerald, ABC News.
Hospitality workers in WA's north are living in their cars amid a statewide rental crisis. A new rental affordability report found that only 16 properties were affordable for the state's lowest earning essential workers.
Karratha Drug and Alcohol Support Worker Kira is all too familiar with skyrocketing rents. She's been knocked back on 14 rental applications.
That's where I was luckily picked up by a friend, but if I wasn't, I was pretty much about to leave town.
Other workers say they're being forced to live in their vans.
I didn't expect to be no house or nothing. I know it's a small city, but there's too many people asking for houses.
Anglicare WA's report found just 4 homes are considered affordable for essential workers in northern WA, while it revealed further south in Bunbury there were none.
If they get priced out, I think unfortunately they probably end up leaving town. Yeah, I think we'll start to see a little bit more of that.
We're making the delivery of those services very, very difficult, and we're jeopardising the well-being of our whole community.
The opposition says the government must do more.
What is the point of having the most prosperous state in the country if we can't provide the basics for our citizens?
Even the community housing sector
is struggling to get projects off the ground.
A rental crisis potentially pushing workers out of communities who need them most.
Back home in sports, Brisbane Broncos grand final winning back rower Brandon Piakura is excited as he prepares to represent the Cook Islands in their upcoming match against Fiji Bati in the 2025 Pacific Championships at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby, PNG.
Since the Cook Islands team arrived early this week, Piakura has garnered significant attention from passionate Broncos fans in PNG. He expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support.
Yeah, it's cool, lads. I love the support that the Broncos are getting and what the PNG's done for me too, so supporting me. So, it's pretty cool.
Reflecting on his recent triumph with the Broncos, Piakura shared the joy of returning the trophy to their loyal fans.
Yeah, it's been a long time, you know. It's been, 19 years for Broncos, so it just felt so good. It felt so good that we could take that trophy back to Brisbane and, especially back to the fans too. The fans needed that too.
During a training session, Piakura experienced a heartwarming moment when young boys called out his name from beyond the fans.
Yeah, I haven't heard my last name this much ever. Holy. Nah, but loving the support, loving the kids too. They're good.
As the team acclimatizes to the heat of Port Moresby, Piakura revealed that they haven't explored much but have been focusing on hydration and preparing for the match.
Not as much. I've been trying to really just settle into this heat, and it's pretty hot here, so just been swimming in the pool and hydrating up. Haven't been out much. I think we're going out tomorrow, so go see the community and stuff.
The game will mark Piakura's fourth appearance representing his country, a milestone he holds dear.
This will be my fourth game. Fourth game, so it's definitely super proud, super proud. I get to play for my country, my parents, play for my parents and their parents as well, so it's just a whole bloodline and I'm just proud to represent, proud to represent. I've had that many messages on Instagram saying how much supporters will come to the game, so definitely exciting, can't wait.
For the loyal Broncos fans, Piakura has been touched by the flood of messages he's received on social media. He isn't just looking forward to the match, he's excited to feel the support from his fans back home. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the Midday News. Join us at 6 tonight for the main bulletin. Bye for now.